Why are you laughing? It must be so wrong.
Oh my gosh, I wish the description for this was a classic Deep Space Nine love story. Captain's Pod, Stardate 250376.4. Welcome aboard Starship Enterprise, and thank you for joining us on our continuing voyages through the final frontier. I'm your Captain Ian Whittington, and with me as always, she and I are one of a kind, and in a different reality, I could have called her friend. It's Ambassador Deneé.
God damn it. I was like, I don't remember this quote at all. It sounds so nice. It is so nice. Oh, wait.
It takes a turn.
It does take a turn.
If you weren't such a Romulan, then we could be friends.
Who's the Romulan?
Actually, sorry. If you weren't such a human, we could be friends. Yeah.
So I'm assuming you think you're Kirk and I'm the Romulan in the situation.
I think everybody thinks they're Kirk deep down. No, I don't know that I'm either of them. I'm not the strategy. I don't think I would do well in war, is what I'm saying. I'm good at strategy, not good at war. Right.
Like the tactical kind of like outmaneuvering.
Yeah, taking lives is more what I mean.
I don't know. I think you're a pretty brutal DM. I think you did a good.
Oh, well, that's completely different.
Is it? Yeah, wait, I forget. You think that Star Trek is real. I forget.
Star Trek is real. This hasn't happened yet.
Oh my God, I'm so distracted. Before we get into the show, I apologize. It's disgusting. Your dog is just crop dusting on the side of the room.
Yeah, I'm glad he's on your side.
It is a cloud. Tactical warfare is I need to send the dog to you.
No, I prodded him. I got him over there. I rubbed his belly and I shot him your way. Yeah.
You are a strategist.
Yeah, I am.
You're diabolical.
Diabolical. All right, this week, Ambassador, we are continuing with our best Star Trek ever season. We have 2 episodes left. This week, it's going to be Season 1, Episode 19 of Deep Space Nine. Season 1, Duet. But first, we are going to revisit an episode that we would have covered had we not already covered it. I don't have a hope in hell of you remembering a single thing about... I don't even know that you'll be able to remember what series of Star Trek it's in.
Based on the title alone.
Based on the title alone.
Okay.
It's Living Witness. And I will say, this isn't on every list, but it appeared on a few of them.
I just want to say, titles of episodes are so hard for me. And so because I was thinking about that being difficult, a title of an episode popped into my mind. And I thought, oh my God, that might be the only episode of Star Trek that I will forever go, I know exactly what episode that is.
Okay.
Which is Who Cries for Adonis.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I don't know why I thought of it, but it's just instantly I can see the various things that are going on, and it was just so kooky.
It's a kooky episode, like big old naked. I mean, Adonis isn't even in it. It's Apollo.
Isn't it? Wasn't it Who Cries for Adonis? Isn't that right?
Yeah, Who Mourns for Adonis?
Mourns. Okay,
Who Mourns for Adonis?
Oh my God.
That's a great episode.
Not what we're talking about.
Nope.
Okay, let me try again.
Living Witness.
Can I get a witness?
Oh, wow.
Sorry, I apologize.
That was great. I loved it.
Is this the child battery?
It is not.
God, why you would never do that, right? Like you wouldn't make me watch.
No, that's not. I didn't see that on anyone's list.
That's so mean.
I so rarely saw Strange New Worlds, actually.
Kind of a living witness.
Yeah.
Which is terrible.
It depends on how you define living.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Nothing. Big old blank up there. It's like, I know that you're cutting all the space in between how long I've been thinking.
Oh, yeah. No, never. Never. I leave it all in there.
It definitely needed the SpongeBob, like 10 hours later.
10 hours later. Can you give me the series that it's in from some deduction?
Strange New Worlds.
No.
That's so sad. I guess because it's a new show, it can't be in the all-time yet.
Next week's episode will be.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
It made it to a couple of lists.
Oh, all right. TNG?
Nope.
I don't fucking know, man.
Voyager.
Oh, God.
Okay, it's a Doctor-centric episode in Voyager.
I just realized that I shouldn't be this upset because we don't have to watch it again.
No, we don't.
But like instantly I'm like, God, please don't make me watch Voyager.
You really don't like Voyager,
no,
do you?
I do not.
We're going to have to watch some. I would never have predicted that. We need to watch some better episodes of Voyager.
No. Anyway, go ahead.
So,
Living Witness.
It's a Doctor-centric episode. He's been awoken 700 years in the future.
Oh, and he's in that like little museum place.
That's it. Yeah.
And then he's piecing together essentially a Hatfield and McCoy situation.
What's that?
Isn't it two families rivaling together or something? Wasn't there two rival families or two factions that were rivaling?
There's two species on the same planet.
Yeah, it was a Hatfield and McCoy sitch.
There we go. And the dominant species has written the history that makes them look like the heroes and the other aliens like villains.
And sort of because he's reawakened, he's like, no, that's not how it happened at all.
Yeah, Janeway didn't shoot someone in the back of the head.
And that was the Black Glove episode.
Yes, let's go. So I reread the description to make sure, because for a second, there are a few Voyager episodes I've done without you, where we've had a guest on, and we did have Jonathan on as a guest, so I was worried that you weren't even on this episode. But the description is Ian likes some Janeway hair, Deneé wants some Janeway gloves, and Jonathan, I think, confuses shields with Swiss cheese. And I was like, that's amazing. Like, you still remember the gloves.
Oh, yeah, because that one played around with what if the crew was dark and evil.
Yes.
And I think it actually presented it as like a mystery at first. Maybe just drops you into part of it where you're like, wait, are they bad? What's going on here? And then it sort of backs itself into the reality that you're looking at a holodeck or like a little museum version of what happened at a point in history. And you're like, oh man, things must have gone real bad.
Yeah, it's a historical retelling, and then they pan, and Janeway's doing heinous shit. And then it pans out and people are watching it. And then the episode ends with people panning out and watching the retelling of that even further in the future about how history was set straight thanks to the Doctor's account. Yeah, because there was a big riot and they tore down the museum. But yeah, there's this version of the Doctor who was way in the future. Like, it's a backup version of him. So obviously everybody still makes it home. But this version of the Doctor just out there setting history straight. Yeah. Which is just so
sort
fun.
Of eerie.
So cool. So eerie.
It'd be interesting if they had the opportunity to revisit that in Starfleet Academy.
Well, that was part of the theory, was when Robert Picardo was cast, it was like, oh, clearly it's this version of the Doctor. And it can't be because of how that episode ends. So he quickly said it straight and was like, no, this is
the Doctor.
The Doctor. Mm-hmm. This is the
But then,
same
like, what
one
if they brought over the other one? And then
I think
they like went twinsies.
I think he gets destroyed. Like, he has to destroy his program because he's too dangerous.
Oh, for their timeline or whatever, for his knowledge.
Right now, I'm too dangerous. I'm going to rip your people apart. Again, I'm sorry if I get this wrong, but I'm pretty sure he has to, like, degrade himself so that he's not part of it because they're not ready for the truth.
He defrags.
Yeah, defragments. That's it.
Yeah, I totally remember that one.
Yeah. Do you kind of see why that's in the top 10 list? Or top 20 list?
Yeah, I like the idea of playing with timelines. And
I always like the concept.
It's kind of a way to do that.
Yeah.
But not really play with the timeline. It's playing with one character that has the ability to exist in multiple iterations of itself.
It's so clever.
It's a program that's duplicated.
Yeah, it's so clever, and it's such a great way to explore historical bias as well. Like, imagine if we had a witness to events 700 years ago, how differently, because I think it was Norm Macdonald, I got a short sent by him, and he was like, I've been reading, and he's a comedian, like, I've been reading all of these history books, and the good guys always win because it's the good guys that write the history books because they wrote themselves to be the good guys of the story. And it's just, it's a great way of putting it. Like, maybe the good guys don't always win.
Yeah, like the Witches of Salem.
Are you saying they won or didn't win?
They didn't win.
I think the witches
won. They were the good
won.
guys.
Yeah, I think the witches won.
You do?
Yeah, long term. They're coming back. All right, Ambassador, prediction. Deep Space Nine, Season 1, Duet.
Is this a love story? Why are you laughing? It must be so wrong.
Oh my gosh, I wish the description for this was a classic Deep Space Nine love story. It kind of is.
Is it?
Kind of.
Is it a love story to war? What's so funny?
Okay. For context, they're not at war yet because it's only Season 1.
Oh, okay.
The war doesn't really kick off until like Season 5, 6.
Oh, how boring. What did they do before war?
Oh, tell me about it. Something that Deep Space Nine and TNG really have in common is that it doesn't get really, really good until someone grows a beard.
Well, obviously this is about a pair of some kind. That's clear. So whether it's two people that have a relationship or two opposing people that have something to come together on and they're forced to be together and it's like the song and dance that they have to do to make it through their circumstances. That's pretty clear.
I love it. I will tell you why that's such a good description after the episode as well, after we've watched it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's one of my favorite parts of the show.
I can see Star Trek playing with the idea of Duet, where it's two people that don't like each other and they're forced to come together. Because I like it when Star Trek does that. And they show two sides, like we were just talking about with like history, two sides of the same story, or two people that have to survive together or something like that. They have a circumstance. And so I think it'd be interesting if they did do something where it wasn't so on the nose. Like if this was an episode of Voyager, I'd be like, God damn it, the Doctor is going to sing with someone.
He's going to be singing
what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I will say what you described is incredibly on the nose for a couple of reasons. One of them is the wrong reason. And for the listeners at home, all I'll say for now is cave and cactus needles. And I think a good chunk will understand what I mean by that.
Who doesn't understand? I mean, pretty much that's everyone's Deep Space Nine bumper sticker.
Cave and cactus needles?
Yeah.
It genuinely could be. Like, it's an iconic moment in Deep Space Nine.
That reminds me of the TNG episode where Picard has to go into the cave with Wesley and they try to get the water.
Yes.
I don't think there's any cactus needles though.
There wasn't.
It's like cave and fountain.
No, that was called not Journey's End. Damn it, Final Mission, something like that. Yeah, that's such a fucking sweet episode with Wesley and Picard. Oh my gosh.
Let's watch that one instead.
Let's go do that. With that, let's head over to the holodeck to watch. Who knows? Maybe Strange New Worlds: A Quality of Mercy, because we need to do that as well. And we'll see you in 10 Forward for a full debrief about maybe an episode of Star Trek. Clue to be out. Welcome to 10 Forward, the part of the show where we grab something from the replicator and share our immediate thoughts and feelings on the episode we just watched together. Most important thing first, what would you like from the Replimat?
The what?
Replimat. I believe that's what they call it on Deep Space Nine, I think.
Oh, well, they did talk about it. Hold on, let me see. Did they say Replimat?
I don't think they said Replimat. No.
Because he was talking about the food needing a little bit of a spice.
Oh, yeah, needing some extra spice.
What did he say?
Yeah.
Let me just see if I can find my notes. Replicator. Oh, that didn't work. I would like some yamik sauce.
Yamik sauce. Oh, did you get the name of the soup?
He says he compliments the replicator, but it could use some yamik sauce adjustments.
What was the name of the soup?
I don't know.
Fuck, you didn't write down the name of the soup?
Listen, I can only type so fast.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, I want whatever soup he was having, and you've got the yamik sauce, so together we make one good meal.
And the blue drink.
And the blue drink. Oh, yeah, what was that? Did you write that down?
Yeah, I tried to. Let's see if I can.
I love it when, like, Star Trek just throws in, here's an alien beverage or food.
It was from Quark's private something.
Which I'm sure Odo stole, because there's no way Quark was volunteering that private stash.
No, he is suspicious. Ah, yes. Sieve ale from Quark stock.
There we go.
Sieve ale.
I'll have that. We'll have a nice Cardassian
I don't know if I said it right.
Quark dinner together.
Mm-hmm.
Ambassador.
A Quarkassian?
Quarkassian?
Yeah, it's like a Ferengi mix with a Kardashian.
Ferengassian or Cardassingi?
No, it'd be a Cardass. Because I'm just saying, I'm calling them Quarks.
Oh, all of the Ferengis are Quarks. You're not wrong. All right, Ambassador. First of all, I want to say thank you for watching these intense episodes with me.
Oh, you're welcome.
There is a different level of intensity behind some of the great episodes. Some of them are great, like Balance of Terror, because they're an exciting thrill ride. Some of them are great because of what they have to say, like this one. And I thank you for coming along the journey with me, because I flipping love these episodes. But give us a synopsis.
Oh, okay. So it turns out Kira's got some major fucking PTSD. She's a badass warrior turned into Deep Space Nine first officer.
Fuck yeah.
That is bringing along a lot of bias about the Cardassians. She's a Bajoran, just so you know.
Yep.
This is something that will come up a lot in this episode.
Oh, okay.
And it's important that you remember which one's which. Because
are you confusing the Cardassians and the Bajorans?
Listen, I don't remember the intense but this episode will help you remember.
Oh, this is a great intro to Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, if you want to know who's who and what's what and what happened and be traumatized right along with the characters, this is the episode for you. So in this episode, it's a bit of a mystery. It's kind of a whodunit on its head.
Yeah, I like that.
Where the quote-unquote good guys, the Bajorans, have captured a quote-unquote bad guy from a very, very bad camp. And Kira, who's like super excited about capturing this warlord because it will bring an element of peace and justice to her people, through a series of interviews and just suspicious behaviors, along with her friends, discover that the person that they've captured is not who they think they've captured. And it calls into question her own biases and bigotry.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
Great synopsis.
Thank you.
Holy shit. Where do you want to begin, Ambassador?
How can people die that fast on in the future like that? Like, where was the doctor?
Stabbed?
People come back from all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, but not when the episode needs them to die.
Yeah, that's what
not a single person is like, Bashir.
The redemptive arc, it's such a weird, it's just like, you know what, we can't really let this character live because it needs to be this poignant ending about racism, essentially.
Yes.
And so we're going to just go ahead and stab somebody and have it be at the perfectly vital position that they're dead within seconds. And even though there are a lot of, I'm guessing on every single spacecraft within just spitting distance or sneezing distance, there is something to help with a medical emergency.
But there is a point where you're so far in the future that you have this thing called transporters, and I always think that as soon as there's a medical emergency, beam them up.
Beam them over.
There should be like so many things that
beam so and so to such a place.
Doesn't even try it, but I'm saying the computer could step in and be like, stab wound, beam them to sickbay immediately. Automate everything in the future should be automated.
Also, there should be scanners to show when people are just housing weapons.
True.
I mean, there's all where the security team fucking failed.
Yeah, where was your security team, Odo?
Yeah.
Why weren't you escort? Like, the fact that they didn't have a proper escort, what is insane?
Insane. It's like, hey, we know the truth now. Who cares if anybody else on the ship knows the truth now?
Yeah. And even if they do, like, are they going to believe it? Because Kira barely believed it.
I guess, I don't really know where to start on this one.
Well, first of all, do you like the premise? Do you like the execution? It's a hard episode to say you enjoy, but did you appreciate the episode and what it was trying to do?
Yeah, I did not like this episode.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the first one that I've been like, and I don't know if it's because, is it doing something important? Is it having an important conversation? Absolutely. Does it do something interesting where the guy isn't the bad guy, but then he is the bad guy, but then he's not really the bad guy, and kind of tilts it back and forth?
Love it. Love that.
The mystery of the dermal regeneration and the purpose of the man, why he's kind of hiding inside of this warlord's face.
Mm-hmm. The measure of a man, you might say.
That's interesting to me too. But I don't know. Maybe I just was in the mood for like a really heavy interrogation episode today. This is a really dark episode. I mean, it's about war crimes. It's about bigotry. It's about murder. It's about it was too much for me. I don't want to watch it ever again. I'm good.
No, that's fine. That is completely fine to never want to watch it again. It is heavy. It is deep.
Did they do a great job? Yes. Were they acting their faces off? Yes. Did I enjoy the acting? Yes. Did I enjoy the back and forth dialogue? Yes. Did I enjoy that there's an arc where she understands that she's wanting justice at the expense of whatever, and that she's also killed the Kardashians, and that she's essentially in a way
with that H.
No, whatever. She's no better than they are, and they're no better than she is, and blah blah blah. Yes, that all works it works, and it's a really really nice structure. It was too heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go take a shower.
I'm always kind of amazed by these episodes, how they would just like air with no warning. So it's like 1 week you could be doing a crazy episode where you're sucked into a board game and you have to like escape, and it's just this crazy shenanigans. And the next week an episode can be about war crimes and like the heavy allegories to like the Second World War and stuff. I love it because it's what Star Trek can do, but it's crazy. Like there's no prep. It's just like, this is what you're watching tonight. I hope you enjoy it and or cry. But I love this episode. I think it's expertly executed. It would have been so easy to make this he's in disguise and ends up being a war criminal, and we just deal with that. What I love is that extra layer of this actually being a Cardassian that is feeling horrific guilt. Like, I've never seen this story before. I haven't seen it in any other media where it's this member of a group of people who did hideous things, and the guilt of that, and like wanting to make some kind of recompense for it. And this is season 1. Like, this is the beginning of what we know about the Cardassians. Like, we get a bit of it in TNG, but it's like we mentioned about the Romulans last week. They're just the bad guys. They're basically just the villains. There's not a huge amount of nuance.
The dumping ground.
Yeah, so early on, this is like hitting home the not all bad thing. Like, there are some good Cardassians that didn't want to be a part of the occupation of Bajor.
Yeah, let's talk about the villain non-villain plan a little bit. Like, I think could easily be one of the points. So this guy was on a mining colony that was being used for like a labor camp,
a forced labor camp
of the Bajorans. He was a file clerk, and
not just a file clerk. He was the best.
Yes, and he is there during the reclaiming of the camp. Something happened.
It was rescued. Yeah. Well, basically, the Cardassians at a point, mass evacuation of Bajor. So they say it was just a political choice. They just decided they were fed up, but they were basically losing to the resistance and were forced off of Bajor. He leaves. Kira's team of freedom fighters free the camp and rescue them after the Cardassians have left.
So he leaves, he goes and he lives his life, has this terrible guilt. 5 years ago, decides on this plan.
Yes.
Sell all of his shit, take care of his housemaid, go get his face reconstructed, and then put himself in the trajectory of Kira, who will hate his guts because he is taking on the physical embodiment of this warlord Cardassian.
Someone she knows. Someone he knows. Shit. Yeah, but someone he knows Kira has a connection to.
Specifically,
as well.
Hoping that her hatred will force him to go on trial and reveal the truth of what the Cardassians did to the Bajorans, therefore kind of helping him to reconcile that his country, his people, his race will be forced to like come out into the daylight, and that their nasty deeds are going to be found out.
Because they're rewriting history from their point of view to be like, we were helping the Bajorans and they just didn't want our help, and they were really mean to us while we were trying to help them, which means we had to kind of put them down a peg or two so that they could accept our help better. Yeah.
They have written these Cardassians to be like manipulatively dominant.
Yeah.
And very, very smart, which is fun. It's really
smart,
fun.
Which is fun, yeah.
So like this guy who is hiding essentially in the face of the worst one of them, he was a coward. He was the one that hid and covered his ears to avoid having to hear all that was happening with the Bajorans and all of that. He's still a Cardassian, so he knows how to play into that role. And he's just, so when you're watching this, knowing the truth, knowing that who he is, he's acting and he's embodying the worst parts of this sort of like hateful, group of people. And so he's willing to die after trial for the crimes of his people, to both absolve his people and hope for change, and also finally end his own torture. And that's the non-villain's plan.
Isn't it? It's an incredible villain non-villain plan, and it's really satisfying on a rewatch as well. So there's one note that I saw you make. Well, actually, there was two notes I want to talk about. You said, "Oh, it's that guy." Did you think it was the tailor?
Well, at the very beginning, I was like, "Oh, maybe it's like his origin story, and that's why everyone likes it."
Yeah.
But then the next time I see him, I'm like, "No, that's not him."
No, he's not him.
No.
So that's what I figured it was. And then the next note was he's revealed that he's evil and he's going off about it, and I'm kind of bummed. Why were you kind of bummed about it?
So at this point in the storyline, he's saying, "No, I'm this file guy. I'm really boring. I'm just this guy.
I'm Goldaheel. I did everything."
No, he didn't say that. It's before that. So he says, just to set it up, the very first thing he says is, "I'm just a file guy."
Yes. Yeah. I mean, your note comes at the point that he admits he's the war criminal.
Right. So the show is wanting us to go down this rabbit trail of this is the character. And this file guy has essentially banked that through their own research, they're going to figure out the truth.
Yeah.
And that's going to be part of what fuels her to be so angry. Like, the believability of him hiding, it makes his pretend story more real. Yeah. So he's been spending a lot of time really thinking about this. But when she comes back and she's like, hey, I don't think you're that guy. And we picked up this picture and we zoomed in and we looked at the caption and turns out you're actually
some generative AI to find out who you were.
Yeah. I mean, thank God that there was that picture. Did
that had Maritza and Goldahil in it? It had the two most important people in it.
My assumption is that he knew that because he filed it.
Oh, maybe he knows that picture exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that.
So he knows that there's something out there because he's meticulous, remember?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyway, so
no, I love that. He has the skill set to really lay this out.
Yeah, this is a layer and a layer and a layer.
Which makes you wonder why he picked a dead man.
This is the turducken.
Yes, it's the turducken of episodes.
But did he? Maybe he didn't know that he had died because
how would he not? He died 5 years ago.
But that's when he left his home.
Maybe
so when
that
he
missed
left his
him.
home and he like abandoned ship to go get his face redone.
Maybe he just missed it. Maybe he missed the... But I don't know.
I mean, unless you're subscribing to the Kardashian news channel, I guess you wouldn't know.
Well, the disease thing as well. Like, the clerk would know that Dahil wasn't on the planet at the time of the accident. So
I mean, maybe
I guess that's why he's
but
masking the disease as something else.
He wasn't on the up and up. Like, he wasn't that high up in the ranks. Like, maybe he didn't know that goal whatever wasn't there.
Yeah, I think he would have done.
Anyway, there's clearly some holes in the plan. But when he just admits that he's the gold heel man, the warmonger guy, it just suddenly it becomes like it's not very satisfactory because the gig is up. It's like
super early as well.
Yeah, and I was looking at this clock because I was kind of done with this episode pretty early. Like about the halfway point, I was like, oh no, we still have half to go. But when episodes usually have a bad guy just give up their villain's plan, it's because they're at the end of the episode and they need to wrap shit up quickly, right? And so they have to telegraph to us, the people at home, the dumb people that need to have it spelled out, what's really going on. And so I just thought, oh, that happened a little bit too quick. So obviously they had to get through that quickly because of some reason. But I was really enjoying the back and forth nature of them figuring it out. So for me, then it became satisfactory when they went back in. Oh,
you wanted a bit more. Yeah,
they weren't done with the onion peel layer because he wasn't who we thought he was.
I love it.
I did enjoy that twist.
It's my favorite bit of the episode. It's not the most important bit of the episode, but it is my favorite bit. And Harris Yulin, who he's the Cardassian, he's an incredible actor, and you'll recognize him out of makeup because he was in all kinds of things in the 80s and 90s.
What's his name?
Harris Yulin. You'll know his face.
Yulin. Yulin. I like how you give me such confidence that I'm going to know who he is.
He's in like Ghostbusters and...
I have no memory of this place.
Oh, he's had an incredibly storied career.
In all the pictures I'm looking at, he's that old guy.
Yeah, he's always that old guy in a thing, usually working for the military.
I do not recognize him.
Yeah, he's in Ghostbusters. He appears in Ozark. Did you watch Ozark?
Mm-mm.
I mean, if you don't know his face, there's nothing I can say that will bring him to you.
No, I keep going through to see if maybe there's one that I could recognize, but unfortunately, your confidence in me has failed.
Sorry.
Oh, he passed away last year.
Oh, yeah, he did. He's incredible. So he's so good, and this is my favorite role that he ever does because he usually plays the same person in most movies. This is, for me, I think, the most complex character that he plays. He's so good.
Yeah, he was delicious to watch.
It's so delicious, but it's one of my favorite. It's such an incredible twist because he comes in as Goldahil pretending to be a clerk, so he has to play himself up and he's going over the top, and then he's actually playing Goldahil, and then he's so desperate to not be found out. And he's like trying to push Kira away, trying to get rid of her.
Yeah.
And he's so desperate to be found out. Mm-hmm. And his breakdown into sobbing about listening to the Bajorans crying, it's so good. Like, it makes me emotional. It's such a good turn. That part of the story, like that complexity to, you could just have the villain hiding behind a clerk, but to have that triple layer of he's determined to be found out and to wear the face of the person he hates more than anyone to bring some kind of justice is just, it's genius storytelling. It's
the villain
so
non-villain plan.
Yeah.
And it fails. He ultimately is found out. He's devastated by it. It's very
Fucking
emotional. And Kira's just like, you know what? We need people like you out there. I'm not going to, I can't. Like for a split second, I'm like, maybe she goes along with it so that her people can have absolution. You know, they can,
like she knows it's for the greater good.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go let you sacrifice yourself because we need this win.
Yeah.
But she doesn't do that. And she's like, no, buddy, it's going to be A-okay. And then he dies. So yeah, all in all, loved the character, the development and the layers and all of that stuff. So it's definitely worth noting that it's a very, very good acted. I
love like how passionate he gets about being a war criminal as well, and how like he's hamming it up. And I was kind of interested, like if that gave it away to you, like how over the top he was being. Like there was no nuance to when he becomes Goldar Heel. There's no nuance to him at all. It's just, I was a war criminal. I loved it. I wanted to kill more Bajorans. I sent my men to kill them all, and the only good Bajoran is a dead Bajoran. And I wondered, like, if you were like rolling your eyes a bit, or by that point, was it like, were you figuring it out at all? What were you thinking when he was really over the top?
So I was a little bit confused, and again, like I said, like disappointed because it was so obvious and over the top that I was like, oh, we're really just going for there he is, there's the bad guy. What makes it good is at the end of the episode that you think about that scene, and the reality is that the man inside is so broken by what he saw that part of his therapy is becoming this horrible person, like embracing the role of, and so him screaming all the things he did is his own way of saying this is the truth. And so for Kira, she's just like, so you admit it. And he's just like, but then it also is played.
This is what she wanted to hear.
It's like, I admit nothing. I admit what you want me to hear. And like, it's just a very, it's very sad. It's a very satisfying, annoying in your faceness because they twist it around. But on the other hand, because I'm not as familiar with the Cardassians and I've only seen them be very clever, very direct, you know, in a dominating sort of degrading fashion.
Yeah.
Is it hard to believe that there's someone that's that psychotic? No. And maybe they're showing us that person.
Oh, interesting.
To give us that permission to hate them, because that happens a lot. So I was like, oh, like, okay, so he's just a fucking psychopath. Yeah. What happens next? You know? Because
everything he's saying is basically what Gul Dukat is, the one that's like talking to Cisco into Odo.
Exactly.
He is that guy. Like he is that deluded. He does believe all of those things.
He knows firsthand. It would be like, I know that he said all these things because I was there to see all of those things. He's emulating what he witnessed as one of the only witnesses.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is really, really interesting to play with. But
it is, because this is a guy that got to die in his sleep. Like he was celebrated by his people, died peacefully in his sleep, and will never be held accountable for anything he did.
Under a massive monument.
Yeah. I think a good next point, I don't want to like usurp your points, but do you want to do Kira's kind of progression and arc through the episode?
Yeah, take it
away.
Feels
like the other good thing to talk about. It's pretty straightforward, but it's super effective as well. She goes from absolute poison, every Cardassian is responsible to some degree, to being shown that there were some people that were just as horrified. And by the end, she has to reckon with the fact that there were some Cardassians that, yes, they were following orders, but they didn't want to be there as well. And not just that, because I could see how she doesn't have sympathy for those people either. But this is one that is actively doing something to try and fix the problem as well, and trying to like hold accountability. And that's a version of a Cardassian that she didn't think existed. So now she has to reckon with that as well. And by the end of the episode, she's crying over this dead Cardassian. And I just think that to take her believably from one end of the spectrum to understanding is an incredible feat over 45 minutes. Like, and I completely buy it.
She gets a chance to have some therapy anger with the real guy, because she thinks he's a clerk at first, and she's like, so you stood by and you were still part of it.
It's a big old roleplay therapy session.
Which at that point, he's pretending that he didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
And then she gets to have therapy by talking to the warlord.
Yeah.
Which at that point, she doesn't realize it wasn't, but he's playing into it. And then she has therapy, which is sort of the reconciliation when she sees the real person in there and he's still not accepting it because he doesn't want to be the real person. And then she and the real person are walking out hand in hand. And then she has to rectify with none of what just happened really matters.
Well,
except for that she gets because she gets to walk away a changed person. And that's the point of the episode is that Kira, the character, now has the ability to endure a Cardassian differently. Like she has a different level of fortitude.
And she's faced with the guy that kills the Cardassian at the end, that kills Maritza. That was her at the beginning of the episode. So she's face to face with him and what that poison can do. If she wasn't willing to accept the facts, she's just a few steps removed from being him who will just kill a Cardassian because they're a Cardassian. And it's important that he knows the truth. It doesn't matter if he's Maritza or Goldahil or anybody. He's a Cardassian. I will kill him.
And she's already done that too. She killed the Cardassians, whoever they were. And that was a conversation she also had to have in her therapy sessions, was that when you stand toe to toe with somebody who killed a whole bunch of your people and you killed a whole bunch of their people, where is the line of which one gets to be absolved of their killing?
Yeah. And it's interesting that she's talking about doing it for Bajor and doing it for the good of the people. And it's horrible, but
he's saying the same thing.
Yeah, he's saying the same thing. He's doing it for Cardassia.
He's like, we had to do it for resources, and you guys needed us because you were just a bunch of weaklings.
Yep, you were a bunch of artists and stuff, and so we need your stuff. So yeah, it's incredibly complex.
You're right. It was a very uncomfortable view into role-playing therapy sessions between people who both attempted genocide, or one attempted genocide and the other was resisted.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, her trajectory is believable to me, but also it doesn't work if there's not Sisko and Odo.
Oh, tell me more.
Because they measure her in a professional way in the environment of Deep Space Nine and her position on the space. There's a conversation when Sisko lets her be the interrogator because she needs to do it for Bajor.
Which is insane, by the way. She lists all of the reasons that she shouldn't be interviewing him, and Sisko's like, I'm convinced you can interview him. He gives valid reasons why she can't be impartial.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely...
For Bajor is not a good enough reason.
Sisko's a pushover. She's like, I thought we were friends. Listen, my daughter had a friend come over, and she didn't want her buddy to play with her toy, a specific toy. And her friend basically was like, I let you play with my toys. I thought we were friends. And my kid's like, man, that doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm being manipulated. I feel like I'm doing a great job raising my kid because I'm like, yeah, you are being manipulated. Absolutely. But this kind of felt like that. And my kid's 9 and has been through that. But obviously Kira's seen some stuff. She has seen some stuff. And the way that she acts that out, the person who's acting, what's her name?
Nana Visitor.
She's incredible.
She's
incredible. The raw emotion, the anger, the fear, the sorrow, it's all over her face.
Well, and she nails it in that first scene when she's 100%. Describing.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I don't care who he is. The fact that he was at the camp means he saw this.
This happened to the women. This happened to the men. This happened to the elderly. This happened to the children. Yeah. So just kind of going through and again, that's why I'm like, oh, this is really fucking dark. But that's what happens in real life, in war, and it's them going, hey, this is again, we're echoing the reality of the planet that we live on, and when these things happen, this is the fallout. So let's kind of have an angle of how do we take Kira, the character, and move her through a progression where this massive part of her history, her fighter, can be a little measured in this new environment. And we need to do it in season 1 because if we're going to have all this stuff happen later, she has to have a level head. So what episode can we point to that kind of is that pivotal point? And so I don't think that she could have gotten there on her own. Number one, yes, Sisko gives her permission to go in and do it, but she actually kept herself measured. She said, I'll be professional. Yep. And I love that they did that because a lot of times I feel like women are sort of portrayed a bit very emotion driven, and she was going for facts. She was able to stand toe to toe with her worst nightmare and feel a sense of validation, like, I got you, fucker, that kind of a feeling, and then back it up and go, oh no, I don't have you, and this isn't right to have you this way. That doesn't feel the same if Cisco isn't having the conversations with the Federation, with the Cardassians, and with the Bajorans.
Yeah.
So those side, like, little vignette kind of moments where
he's fighting off both of them. He's fighting off the minister on Bajor who just wants blood, and he's fighting off Gul Dukat who just like is like, hey, we're going to go to war if any harm comes to him. Because Cisco's, and we find this out in episode 1, Cisco's number one mission is to protect the peace at any cost, much like Balance of Terror. We will not have another war with the Cardassians. This is pretty soon after the Borg has wiped out most of Starfleet after the Best of Both Worlds. So they're just like, we cannot have a war with the Cardassians. Yes, you're there to protect Bajor, but you're mostly there to make sure there is no war. So don't piss off the Cardassians any more than you absolutely have to.
But I totally believe that Cisco's own desire is to hear things out, because
he has to be the middleman.
From the start, he was asking questions.
Yeah.
And Kira admits from the start, I think I might be out of line here. It might even be illegal.
Yes.
Don't give a fuck.
Doesn't matter.
So that shifts from, I might have just done something illegal. We got to find a reason for it to be legal. And so it's a little squiffy. Like there's a pretty massive gray area there, But imagine if they would have, like, let's say that they would have said, we don't have any reason to hold him, let him out. There's no angry Kira, and she just goes and she stabs him.
Yeah.
So
I don't know that Kira
is that
would do
what
that?
he would want? Like, did he? Because his goal, Filer Guy's goal is to be caught and go on to trial.
He almost did too good a job. He almost got himself freed by being too convincing as Maritza.
Yeah, just a little bit of like a little suspicion. Like when he smiles before she leaves, it is the most creepy thing.
Oh yeah.
When he grins like, I'm just a Filer, and he kind of just does this little wink, wink, nod, nod. It was like, I'm going at home. Is he not? I don't know. I'm confused if it was real here. And I think that that's important that she feels that too. Her progression is really important. I like it. I like where it goes. Odo does the thing where he's also suspicious. It makes me feel better. He's observing. He
so
gives
good.
her the lead, but he doesn't. And he is obviously going to be watching. He's still doing his own research. So
he's doing the legwork of finding facts in the background.
Mm-hmm. And I loved that too, because the episode could have easily gone into just this isolated, insular space station that is just making its own cowboy decisions.
Yeah.
But it really is trying to look into facts, and that made me feel more confident in the world building that they're doing all of their due diligence.
Yeah.
So all of that gives the evidence to the mystery of who he really is. And she has a moment when they're telling her the truth, like,
the third version of the truth.
This is the third version. This is the true truth. Like, this is file cabinet guy in bad guy face.
Plastic surgery.
With plastic surgery that he paid for no reason, and because it didn't work out. And she's wanting to not accept it, but then she does accept it. And it was a really powerful moment because she needs there to be a resolution. And she goes back in to talk to him and finds out, the truth there. So that's when things kind of break down, and she looks at him, this crying man who's seen a lot, and she has seen a lot too. And she, makes her final call. But Odo and Cisco and Doctor in the room giving her evidence helps me to believe that she's a reasonable person who's making logical choices in an emotionally driven moment. And that is why she's my favorite character on this space station so far.
Yay!
My rank is Kira is number 1.
Uh-huh.
Then there's Odo.
Uh-huh.
Then there's probably Quark. Yeah, let's do Quark. Cisco maybe in there somewhere. I don't know. He annoys the shit out of me.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
so
know.
Interesting.
I want to like him way more.
Is he too ambiguous? Is he just like he's too? Whereas Picard is like, it's very clear who Picard and Kirk are. Is Cisco a bit ambiguous? Because he operates in the grey a lot.
Okay, I'm going to say something really controversial because I know this is a safe space where I definitely don't have a lot of people that listen to this and judge me.
Yeah, no, we know you hate Jadzia. It's fine.
I don't think he's very charismatic.
You get off this show right now. Okay, we're going to be taking open auditions right now. What?
Yeah.
Maybe not in season 1.
Like, he's just bland. for me.
You haven't seen enough Deep Space Nine.
This is what you always tell me when I'm making character choices.
Yeah, no, it's true.
He doesn't emote a lot.
It's beautiful. It's part of it.
He
emotes.
Which is part. And I've seen him in an emoting role. Like I watched him in the
Far Beyond the Stars.
The newspaper one.
Yeah, Far Beyond the Stars.
Why would they call it Far Beyond the Stars?
It
needs to be a newspaper. Call it the newspaper
Far
episode.
Beyond the newspaper. Writing shit that never gets published is what it should have been called.
That I know there's some dimension to his ability.
A lot of dimension, yes.
But that's when I see him, he's so measured and reserved that I'm not really like feeling a connection to him.
I get it. Season 1 is a bad example of Sisko as well. In this episode, he is very bland.
And I am talking about this episode.
Yeah, this episode, he is extremely measured, extremely bland. I wonder if that's deliberate because he doesn't need a big piece right now. The big stuff is Kira and
Odo
and Maritza.
Oh yeah, in this episode.
Of course, Sisko has to be involved because there is a prisoner that both the Bajorans and the Cardassians want. Mm-hmm. So it would be weird if the station commander wasn't there at all.
Right.
But yeah, I think he deliberately didn't steal the limelight in this one.
Which totally makes sense to me. But my ranking is he's kind of like in the 4, 5, 6, 12 layer.
This is why we should just watch Star from episode 1 and just go through all of Deep Space Nine.
Worf is totally over the top of him, but I haven't even seen him in an episode of Deep Space Nine. It really.
You heard it here first. Worf is Ambassador Deneé's favorite DS9 character.
No, like Quark I really like because he's super fun. Odo is really interesting to me because like showing his history with the Cardassians was really fun. Like I kind of like that sweet sort of, there's a whole thing I don't even know about, you know?
It's so fun that he's been consistent throughout. He was a constable working for the Cardassians. He is, like I said, he's
the lawful neutral. Yeah.
No matter what, all the way through. Doesn't matter.
I am being a little bit silly and kind of like pushing some buttons here, but let's just get back to it. Kira in this episode is aces. She's the standout for me, not just because of her story arc, but because I really believe her character is kind of solidified as a capable leader, first officer, and her outfit is fucking incredible.
It's so great. It's not like sexualized at all. It's just very
what are those things
functional.
called? Pauldron?
Epaulets?
I don't know. The thingies on the shoulder.
I think they're epaulets.
Whatever that is. I love that little accent. And then she has this amazing belt and these super crate boots that sort of like are just this rouging of leather.
Yeah. You should see her when she's got her like pistol strapped to her like belt as well. She's great.
I think I have a thing for her.
Okay. Well, and in that case, we need to watch the Mirror episodes of Deep Space Nine because Mirror Kira may do something very special for you. This Kira meets Dominatrix.
Amazing. I will also say that I like Jadzia in this episode as well.
Oh, she has an incredible scene with Kira.
She was just sort of a side support, but she said something challenging. There was no like, sorry for what you experienced, Kira. I understand what you're going through.
Odo kind of does that for her.
I mean, kind of, but not.
Well, in the drinking scene when he's like, you should take a rest and lay down, he's doing the sympathy thing.
I guess that's true. Yeah. But like Jadzia is like, there's not a lot of satisfaction when you're going down this road, essentially. Yeah,
like, cool. You can what I love about that scene is it's Kira, like, Jadzia isn't trying to, like, convince her of anything. Kira knows what she's doing. She's like, I know that he may just be a clerk, and I know that I may want to convict him anyway, even if he had nothing to do with it, and I know that's probably not cool. And Jadzia's like, sure, that won't be the win for Bajor that you think it's gonna be. Like, it's not gonna be satisfactory.
It's okay to want things to be more cut and dry and clear so that you are justified and the people around you can point to something and go, oh, this happened. I totally understand why you did that, girl. Like, I totally get why you decided to, quit your job or quit the relationship or...
That reality would be so easy.
Or put this person on trial and kill him or whatever. I totally get it. I completely understand. But it is always, not always, but it's most of the time in our normal everyday life in the non-Star Trek worlds. And not when there's massive wars and really clear like things that are going on. It's far more complicated and nebulous than that. Yeah. And I don't know, like I like that they just barely played with it. I felt like, I like that they said that because a lot of TV tends to turn into the easy outs. Yeah,
the good guys. The good guys are going to win. This is really satisfying, and it's brave to make this an unsatisfying story in a lot of ways. Like the war criminal basically gets a happy ending. The good guy gets an unhappy ending, and everyone's kind of as miserable as they were to begin with. Kira's
just got a little bit more of an ability to handle the complexity of people and
the only
a
people
person's.
the only people that come out on top are the Cardassians as a whole, because now Kira is like, okay, there are some good Cardassians out there. So it's kind of a redemption episode for some Cardassians. Because we're just seeing the military ones.
Let's use that as a launching point for my next thought, which is, what do you think the fallout would be for him dying?
I mean, we'll never know.
What do you think it should be?
Obviously,
that man will go to jail for murder.
Yeah, he'll go to jail. I think he'll probably be pardoned because the Bajorans will look after that. Who's going to put him in jail? The Bajorans? No. Sisko will give him over to the Bajorans. He'll be pardoned, do community service.
So is this space station, it's only like Federation's just there?
It is owned by the Bajorans.
Oh, okay.
Managed by the Federation.
So it's like a franchise.
It's basically a franchise, yeah. And it's the agreement is that the Federation can use the wormhole
space
as much as they want.
Okay.
In exchange for basically being bouncers against the Cardassians. So a deterrent against the Cardassians moving in.
That's interesting. Because I was thinking how the Cardassians would feel.
Well, that's the big thing. And that's the that's the most interesting thing to me. But I think because that last conversation Ducat, the head Cardassian person, has with Sisko is, I would hate if this harmed our friendship. If anything happened to him, I will hold you responsible.
Yeah, the only reason that he might be okay with it is because he was impersonating their great lord and leader.
And that's it. That follow-up conversation with Odo, where it's like, well, this is going to be embarrassing if you do have
evidence.
If you do have him, and he's going to go on trial, suddenly that makes us feel awkward, and it's a very public condemning of what we did, the things that we're trying to deny that we did as well. But in reality, the Cardassians could use this as a launching point. One of our citizens, a clerk, died on your space station.
But they could even say, our leader, who we just faked his death, is now dead by the hands of the Bajorans. And they could restart a war if they wanted to.
But I think there's also this element of the Cardassians not being in a position to start a war either. It's why they team up with the Dominion.
This is that thing where you actually have a legitimate reason to do something. Someone killed somebody and there needs to be some kind of a...
It is interesting that there's no follow-up to it. But
that's how Star Trek is. But
is.
But I find myself interested sometimes at the end of episodes going, okay, but then what happens because of
what
that?
Happened next? Yeah, and that's what the books often do a great thing of doing. They take up after an episode finishes. But I think Ducat was maneuvering a bit and bluffing a little because they're not
File cabinet guy?
No, Ducat is the one that was talking to Sisko.
Oh,
on
the leader
subspace,
or whatever?
the leader of the Cardassians at the minute. Yeah, he's the one that's I think he's overplaying his hand because he's not actually going to go to war over this one.
Well, he didn't say over war. He said, I'll hold you personally responsible.
Yeah.
So I don't know that he said we will.
But I think he knows that Sisko has been tasked with maintaining the peace.
Yeah. Okay.
He knows that Sisko it's in his interest to not fight. Because again, they know that the Borg fucked them up very recently.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows.
It's all over the news channels.
Yeah.
So, okay. For reals, though, what do you want to talk about for our final point?
Oh, I guess I did have one other thing to add just on the Kira wanting him to be a villain. It's just part of this tribal othering. So it's much easier to make people the others and to lump them all in together. So when she was a freedom fighter or a terrorist, as the Cardassians would see her, it's so much easier to just say every single Cardassian on Bajor is evil and part of the problem. There are no clerks that have been forced to file things. It's interesting that Maritza said he didn't even want to be part of the military, but he was forced into it. Fortunately, he got to just be a filing clerk. That was the best case scenario. But there's none of that from Kira's point of view. It's if you're a Cardassian, you're part of the problem. So it just makes it so much easier. Like we said, I love this episode deals with that specifically.
I will say, I always enjoy talking about these things with you, and you're right. This is a detailed episode, and I am glad to watch them with you and kind of dig in, because in a normal, everyday circumstance, I would watch this episode and be like, ugh, and then I would just move on quickly.
Oh, of course, yeah, it's hard.
Being kind of, quote unquote, forced to sit down and chat about it for the show, there are a lot of things to appreciate about an intense episode. We've seen many of them here in the top episodes. There's a lot of them they deal with very intense stuff. And I think what I'm feeling is something that maybe everybody does after a time It's just, I'm ready for some fun stuff. Like, it's just been, like, last episode was really fun because it was this, kind of like intense space battle. But like, I'm ready for a Who Mourns for Adonis thing again. Like, I want to get weird. I'm missing the sci-fi kookiness.
Yeah.
I want to see a weird, like, TNG, like, worm take over a body, burst out of a chest situation. Like, I
may have to change next week's episode.
Because it's just, and this is part of the reason is because the standout episodes, the big hitters, like, that's what we're covering in the season of Captain's Pod. But I don't know. I find myself missing the silly salt monster episodes and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to shifting back out.
We should do a season of just silly episodes of Star Trek. That could be amazing.
We call it the palate cleanser, like just something to kind of go, hey, this is, what to throw on with your pal.
Oh my gosh.
We should do a season that's like what to watch when series, and every single episode it's like what to watch when you're
on a
drunk.
first date watching Star Trek.
Right. What to watch when you're mad at your parents. What to watch when, and I just throw out these kooky ones. You have to come up with an answer, and then we watch that one or something.
Love
like
that. That's great.
What to watch when, and when it's a what to watch when you're sad and depressed. It's not a serious fucking episode of Star Trek. It's the silly kooky ones. And I'm not saying I'm sad and depressed, but I'm saying these serious episodes bring it the fuck down a little bit.
Yeah,
they're important to watch. They're important to talk about.
I get it.
But I am missing the kooky.
Well, let's talk about your predictions really quick and why I loved them so much.
Okay.
The fact that you said Duet, it's a love story, I thought that just cracked me up because this is so opposite of a love story. But there is some like love at the end when like Kira's turn to sympathy and empathy when she finds out and she's put the pieces together of what Maritza is actually trying to do. And she goes in and is like, shall I get the doctor? Like, how are you feeling? Do you want some medical attention? Are you okay? That catches me off guard every time because she could still go in mad, but she's genuinely like, now she's talking to her grandpa that's like falling down the stairs. And there's so much empathy for like, oh, you're trying to do a good thing, aren't you?
I mean, he is, I think, in his own way, trying to do something really, really weird.
And she's trying. He keeps saying
strange,
these hideous things to her, and she's just like, they mean nothing because it's more of him sticking to the bit, and like he's going to die for this and have like a horrible end to his life.
Yeah, and you just ruined it, Kira. God.
Yeah, you just ruined his perfectly unhappy ending. Yeah, no, that final scene gets me so much, and his sobbing when he turns.
I know.
He's talking about Maritza and how Maritza is a coward. And it's easy for you. You get to be a hero. You have no idea how hard it is to be a coward, sobbing under his bed, listening to the screams of Bajorans, and then he starts crying like, oh, fucking hell. Harris Yulin, what are you doing to me? Oh, so good.
Yeah, that was really, really intense.
The other thing that you were talking about was having the two opposites that are forced to be together and the song and dance of making it through. Well, it happened, but there's an even better episode of that where Kira and Gul Dukat, who is the head of the Cardassians right now, that big bad guy talking to Sisko and Odo, they get stuck on a planet and have to work together. And it's the worst team up you can imagine, but they end up bonding by the end of it as well. And she ends up picking cactus needles out of his butt. And they have a good laugh about all of it.
I kept wondering when the needles were going to come into this episode.
Yeah, referring to a different episode entirely.
That was sneaky.
You just described...
There were no cactus needles.
She was prickly, but there were no needles.
Yeah.
But no, you described that episode perfectly. Well, I think that's it, Ambassador, unless there's any last bits you want to talk about.
No, I think that covers it.
Amazing. I just want to say that I want a whole season of Maritza. I wish... him as a character, just having this Cardassian, because Garak doesn't really apologize for being Cardassian or for what his people did. He's so much in the schemey side, but to have a Cardassian that carries the guilt of the occupation, and I was like, all of us have to be punished, and the only way Cardassia can move on is by apologizing and owning it. It's the only way we can be rescued as a people. Like, having that character on the station would have been so interesting to me. I would have loved that so much. All right, Ambassador, give us some pips.
I think it's 0 pips.
No, it's not 0 pips, Ambassador. It's not.
Show.
It's not 0.
No, I think it's like maybe 200 negative pips for me. I don't know how to pip this one.
Okay.
If it's based on funsies, it's pretty low.
Fair.
If it's based on acting, pretty high. It's based on knowledge of the show, pretty low.
Just give it a 4 then.
I think I'll probably give it like a 2.
It's 4 pips from me.
It's gotta be a 2.
It's 6 pips from me. And that's going to just balance it all out.
Shit.
Well, next week's episode, Ambassador, it's the final episode of the season. And as I said last week, when I got to this point of the list, there wasn't a consistent one that was on every single list. So there were a few that I had to choose from. So I went to IMDb as the final decider of which one got the highest vote.
Oh, boy.
And it is season 6, episode 15 of TNG. It's Tapestry. I'm not going to say it's a goofy one. It's definitely goofier than this week, but it's a great episode of TNG. And as we alluded to last week, it is a Q episode as well.
Yay!
And I have a feeling at some point in the past, Ambassador, we've seen this one. So I'll leave you with that little teaser. We did have a couple of messages this week, and I mentioned them because we have 2 like kind of related messages. Sarah Superior and Flyboy both jumped into the Discord to apologize for being absent from the Discord and absent from like messaging because they've been so busy, but they just wanted to jump in. And Flyboy specifically said Balance of Terror is his favorite episode of TOS, loved our coverage of it, is so happy that we enjoyed it, and just gushed about why Balance of Terror is so special to him. And Sarah in general is just enjoying this best ever season of Star Trek as well and loves it. So
well, we miss you guys.
We do.
Especially in the live show. We miss everybody that was able to make it. But truly just thanks to everybody for listening and joining us on all these like little seasons. This has been a pretty epic season.
Oh, it's been, pretty incredible. It's a great way to celebrate Star Trek in its 60th year, I think.
60th.
Revenge of the Sith. Well, until next week, you can find us on the Ian and Deneé Discord. Link is in the description. You can send us emails, iananddeneé@gmail.com. You can join our Patreon for an ad-free version of the show and other updates, patreon.com/iananddeneé. And all of that stuff. But until next week, I'm Captain Ian, and I'll try to make my lies more opaque.
And I'm Deneé, and your presence no longer amuses me. Get out.
Live long and Podsper.
Thanks for assimilating this episode of Captain's Pod. Leave us a review wherever you listen to your pods. And don't forget, our hailing frequencies are always open at iananddeneé@gmail.com. And then I think I'm just supposed to close this hailing frequency by pressing this little button. Okay, we're out!
Captain's Pod, Stardate 250376.4. Welcome aboard the Starship's Enterprise. Motherfucker! Been a year, Deneé.
Fuck you, Ian. You said motherfucker, so I thought we were like, I'm sorry, did that hurt your feelings?
It's a very specific fuck you, Ian. I have a hypothetical for you.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm
do
not
it.
going to do it.
No. Shit.
No, I regret it. As soon as I said it, I regret
backpedaled
it.
so fast,
Yeah,
which
did.
only increases
so
my
bad.
curiosity.
No,
and
you're
everyone at home wants to know too now.
No, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You will hate me for it, so I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
It's an encounter that you told me about this morning that I don't want to. You already regret telling me about it, and I don't want to share it.
Wait. I know what you're talking about. So let me get this straight. Yeah. I share a horribly embarrassing thing that happened. I tell you,
it's so good.
I could have decided to not tell you, but I chose to tell you, and I didn't need you to like lambast me about it. And then your next instinct is to bring it up on the podcast.
And you see why I backpedaled? Like my brain like disconnected.
Sure, it doesn't change that you wanted to bring it up on the podcast.
But I didn't. I backpedaled.
But you did.
I backpedaled.
You didn't.
I did.
A little bit. Oh my God. Let's talk about why Toddles is downstairs.
Oh my gosh. So
first of all, you probably need to explain what Toddles is.
Oh, yeah. No, I wasn't going to actually. Toddles is my longest surviving cuddly toy. And they are a green. I think he's a he. I've always thought he was a he. He's a green alien that is very chubby, squishy, has a lot of like baby fat on him. green with just big black bug eyes. It kind of looks like the standard Roswell alien, but as a baby.
Does he have a little belly button too?
He has a little tiny belly button.
So cute.
Yeah. He's got little, like, just Kermit hands, basically.
My introduction to Toddles was when I was staying with you and I got sick.
Yeah.
And you gave Toddles to me so that it would comfort me.
I did.
And you told me what the toy meant to you, and I just started sobbing.
Yes.
Because I was so sick, and it was so sweet that you're like, I'm going to give you this toy to help you feel better. And I was just like, you're so good to me. I'm so sick.
And he has like little underwear, black underwear on with a gold trim and a gold like collar lapel thing. He's adorable. I've had him, I think, since I was, I'm going to say 6 or 7, maybe, no. It's young. I'm going to say 6 or 7. He's adorable. I collected aliens. I love him. Anyway, Iris knows how special Toddles is to me. And I, on Wednesday, told her that I was like a bit bummed in the morning because I wasn't going to be able to hang out with my dad friends from school because I have so much work to do. I have like this huge writing project I have to get done on Wednesday and I can't do it. So you guys head out to do something. You're like away for the day and I go downstairs and Toddles is on my desk with a handwritten note that says, Ian, Iris, brought Toddles to you.
She wanted to make sure you knew that she was the reason that it was there. And it's not like I hope it comforts you. There's an unspoken knowing between the two of you why she left that for you. Because she brings it to you whenever you're sick or unwell or you're having a rough time. She'll go get your one stuffed animal and she'll bring it to you. It is the sweetest thing. I had no idea she did this.
No, I thought you had done it and I thought you were in on it.
No.
I thought like maybe you helped to like write the note.
Mm-mm.
And so I sent a picture of it to Deneé and Deneé's just like, oh, I had no idea. Like this was just Iris on her own. It's
I'm sure that
sweet.
made it more sweet for you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It was
100%
amazing.
came from her.
Like,
she did come over and she asked for a piece of paper, but she didn't. And so I was like, oh, does this work? And she said, oh, that's perfect. But I have no idea what she was doing with it.
She wrote on the lines. Great. Really, really good. She recently came back from a trip, so we didn't see her for like 4 days. And I picked her up and she said, Ian, I've told Mum this. It's okay, but I missed you the most.
Yeah, but that's okay because this morning she told me that I make the better eggs than you do. So
I haven't okay. I wanted to talk to you about this. She said Mum makes better eggs than you do. I don't know when I've ever made her eggs.
Really?
Once, maybe months and months ago. Like I think she just assumes I do all of the cooking, even when you've cooked. But I do not remember when I've ever given her fried eggs.
Well, whatever you did give her eggs, she's obviously traumatized by it. So.
Clearly.
I've been dialing in. One thing you don't know about me, listener, is my love language. One of my love languages is cooking a good fried egg for someone.
Just eggs. Yeah.
The specificity of how they like their egg. It's a little uncomfortable, I feel, because if you were to sit down in the kitchen area and I was going to make you an egg, I would look you in the eye and I would say, how do you like your eggs?
In the morning.
And then you would say some kind of, let's say that you like yours like over easy. I would then follow up with multiple questions to find out what level of over easy, because over easy means different things to different people.
Same with steak.
I love finding out how to dial in how you like the whites, how you like the yellows. And then my challenge is, can I deliver?
Yeah.
And Iris has liked the runny egg, and that's because she adores Ian and Ian likes runny eggs. And then I think she realized sometime into this that she doesn't like them as much as she thought. And so she started to see how I do my eggs, and she says, can I have it more like you? And then she's like, but less that. And basically she's kind of got it where she just likes
somewhere
it to where
between.
it's just solid. It's just a slightly solid. It's that kind of more hard boiled.
Yeah, well, she loves hard boiled eggs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, give it to me raw. Like I love a runny egg.
Love a runny egg. Your eggs they take seconds to be done.
Yeah, that's so done.
I basically just go, how hot does the inside have to be until there's no bacteria in it?
Yeah, that's it. Well, I have a quick correction to do, and I'm putting it in the outtakes because I'm correcting something that was in last week's outtakes. I'm wondering, Winder, the MVP of correcting me, I took issue with my synopsis of The Visitor. So that was me describing to you the DS9 episode that we're not going to do, where Cisco is jumping through time as his son ages.
Yes.
I got the ending wrong. The ending is somehow even sadder. So I just want to say I apologize. It has been a while since I watched The Visitor. I synopsisized without fully remembering. But the ending is more dark than what I said last week, Deneé, and I'm not going to share it with you. I'm just acknowledging I made an error. Unless you want to know how dark the ending is.
I mean, go for it. I think everybody wants to know how dark the ending is.
Well, I said that Jake had some kind of gadget and that when he died, it would reset the timeline. Well, it's true. His death, he believed, would reset the timeline, and it does, but he kills himself. So he takes a poison with Cisco there,
Jesus.
and so Cisco watches him die and is like, don't do this, Jake. Like, don't do this for me. And Jake's just like, it's not for you, it's for me. It's for the kid that I was, because he needs you. Basically, like me growing up without you sucked. Take on me. I always thought those two would pair really well together.
Yeah. You watch a lot of those videos where they like do the song mashes.
Oh, I love that. I started so here we go, talking about music. I had to do 7 hours of driving in one day on Wednesday. 3.5 hours to St. Louis, 3.5 hours back. As you know, sucked. But I did get to listen to a lot of music. So I listened to basically every single epic rap battle of history, which is a YouTube channel that I love. It's so good. But they have all of their songs on Spotify as well. So I just listened to all of them and I know the words to so many.
Were you so proud?
I was just rapping all of it. It's so good.
The rhymes.
If there was a crossover I could do, it would be with ERB.
I like that you think I know who that is.
Epic rap battles of history.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Epic rap battle of history.
Okay, ready?
Oh, I'm so ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. But you know what I didn't do earlier? I didn't try these roasted shishito pepper and garlic flavored wavy potato chips from Better Goods.
It sounds like you were trying to say, Worcestershire sauce.
What's a shishito pepper?
What is shishito pepper? Yeah.
You want to try it?
Sure.
Do you want me to throw it at you?
Yeah.
Okay, open your mouth.
Hi. No. Wow.
Oh no, it's so tasty. It's so spicy.
Did you get it?
I don't think so.
I don't know where it went.
That wavy crisp took flight.
Oh, he got it. Oh, he got it.
Here you go. They're
gonna blow your tits off, Dio.
He's gonna shit his pants.
You're gonna shit his brains out. That one, you frisbeed that. You disc golfed that.
It took air.
Yeah, it went. I almost knocked my beer off trying to catch it. I had no idea they had a Stella Artois plant in St. Louis, Missouri.
I didn't know either.
So that is now my beer of choice. Never was in England for reasons.
No, because apparently it's not a great beer for you.
It has a reputation. I don't think that Stella is likely to sponsor this podcast, but maybe they do. Yeah, brewed locally, so it's very brewed locally, so it's very nice. Captain Spot, stardate 70. Wow, when has it ever started with a 7?
1975.
1975.
I was so young then. Why am I sounding like an ancient person? That wasn't that long ago.
No, 40, it'd be 40, no, 51.
50 some years ago?
I guess that's pretty old.
Oh my God.
I take it back. I'm a bad person.